Alright, here's a horror story from our community tab member. In 1992, I was working for a large oil company as a lease operator in Southern California. My job was to drive around and service the gas stations that we owned in the Los Angeles area. I had just finished filling in a station in Pomona, which is about 20 minutes east of downtown LA, and I was headed home for the night. It was about 8 p.m., and I was driving my trusty old pickup on the freeway that runs along the old historic Route 66. This part of the freeway is known as the Foothill Freeway, and it runs east from Pasadena through the mountains into the high desert for about 5 miles. You are literally driving through the side of a mountain, as the freeway has been carved out of the solid rock. There are no other freeways or roads that parallel this stretch. If your car breaks down, you are screwed, because there's not even a cell phone signal out there. For at least 2 of those miles, the road is straight with a slight downhill grade. The speed limit is 65, but most people are doing at least 75. There were a series of billboards that lined the road when you first came upon them. They looked like the old style, ones that you see in movies with the metal frame and the painted tin signs. These particular billboards were advertising a truck stop that was located at the bottom of the hill at the end of the long straight stretch of road. The truck stop was called the Oasis, and according to these billboards, it was only 500 feet ahead. So I could see the sign, I could see the building, but I couldn't see any other cars. I remember thinking how strange it was that there was a truck stop out in the middle of nowhere like that, seemingly in the middle of the desert. As I got closer, I could make out the shape of a few parked trucks and some cars. But again, it was strange that there weren't more vehicles around. After all, it was a Friday evening, and this was the main freeway between LA and the high desert. I slowed down to about 45, because the road was curving to the right, and there were a bunch of big rigs parked along the left side of the road. About a quarter mile before the truck stop, I saw something that made me slam on my brakes and swerve into the emergency lane. What I thought I had hit was a big pile of trash bags, maybe 4 feet by 6 feet. But as I got closer, I could see that it was actually a pile of what looked like human skin. I stopped, got out, and walked back to it. As I got closer, I could see that it wasn't actually skin, but something that looked exactly like a mannequin dressed in what appeared to be a leather biker outfit. Then I noticed a second one, and then I saw that there were dozens of them all along the side of the road, each one different. Some male, some female, some dressed in what looked like normal clothes, some in what looked like they were from the 50s or 60s. I don't remember how many there were, but there were definitely at least 20 of them. I am standing there looking at them, and I am trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And I noticed a hand sticking out of one of the trash bags, and as I got closer, I saw that it was holding a small child's shoe. When I turned and ran back to my truck and drove like a maniac away from that place. Even today, over 30 years later, I still wonder what the hell was going on out there in the middle of the desert. That was a terrifying story. Thanks for listening.